Thank you for downloading this Brum Radio podcast. For more podcasts, visit brumradio.com.
And now, for your listening pleasure, it's the Brum Picture Show, brought to you by Brum Radio.
Hello and welcome to the Brum Picture Show, the film show brought to you by Birmingham-based community cinema collective Screen B14. And would you believe it? Again, it's time to get all nostalgic as time continues on its relentless march towards oblivion as we near the end of yet another year. It's a time of reflection as everyone gets their Spotify Wrapped lists, their Letterboxd Wrapped, their Tesco Club Card Wrapped. So now it's time for the Brum Picture Show Wrapped. Yay! As we look back at the year 2024 in film. But first up, as is custom, I'm now going to read you a list of every film I watched this year. Now, don't worry, it won't be as long as last year's list, as I only managed to watch a measly 229 films this year. But here we go anyway. Number 1, The Lodge, 2019.
Did you do this joke last year?
Yeah, I was doing it again.
Recycling old material.
Well, no one will notice, will they?
Our hard fans will.
Yeah. All right, well, that's that bit. I did that bit. I did the joke from last year. Regular listeners, I did that joke last year. And then Nadine was like, oh, Paul, it's not very funny.
I could see in her eyes she didn't even want to do it.
Yeah, because basically Paul does this stuff where he'll go home and like craft like a whole screenplay that he wants me to enact out. Yeah. And then he'll only give it to me like seconds before we have to do it.
He doesn't even give me a role in any of these.
No.
Yeah, well, I wish you'd do it.
It's because you're a natural improviser, Rory.
Thanks, man.
Well, if you'd asked me to improvise, I'd prefer that. But it's like you want me to say the words you want me to say, but you don't give me time to digest it. It's just like, read this now and add emotion. I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay, fine. I won't do the silly joke again. But I suppose I'll introduce you guys and then we'll have a nice informal discussion. So, joining me this week, back from her trip to that London to kidnap Robert Eggers, our very own filmmaking genius, entrepreneur and influencer, Nadine O'Mahony.
Not only did I go to that London to see Robert Eggers, I've been to London and back again.
Wow. Today?
This morning.
Wow, that is commitment to London.
I know.
Do you even like Birmingham?
I love Birmingham, and every time I have to go to that London, I feel like one of those Coronation Street characters. Yeah. He's got, London?
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 Down in that London? Oh, well, yes.
But yes, needs must.
Needs must. Well, welcome. I don't know. I got northern. Welcome back, Nadine. Now, Nadine, I believe you went down to London with the express purpose to kidnap Robert Eggers. I don't see Robert Eggers. Is he in your bag or what? What happened?
I don't know what to say.
Do you know what I think? I think you got Eggers on your face.
Yeah.
Oh, God, don't say that.
Did you ask him if he likes eggs like I asked you to?
No, I didn't. I wish I had.
No, what did you ask him? Because you asked a question in the Q&A, didn't you?
Yeah, I did ask a question in the Q&A. I'm trying to remember what it was. It wasn't a good question.
Where do you get your crazy ideas from?
He said it was a good question.
Did he?
But then I felt like he didn't think it was a good question. Like I felt like I'd angered him in some way. But I feel like that was just his general vibe. He wasn't angry, I think.
Just disappointed.
Well, no. I feel like he's really anxious because the film hasn't come out yet. So it hasn't had reviews. It hasn't had the box office. We don't know what it's going to be. It's obviously a big movie for him that he's been working on for years and years and years.
This is Nosferatu.
Yeah, Nosferatu. So I just felt like he's just a little bit anxious.
Right.
And I just, so I'm sure I didn't make him angry, but I just felt
it wasn't
extremely embarrassed that I'd even asked him a question.
I don't think it was about you.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're back. Thanks, Nadine. I'll forgive you for not kidnapping Robert Eggers.
Okay.
Very good. I suppose I should introduce Rory now.
Yeah.
All right, Rory.
You all right? Where's the pageantry? There's not really pageantry with me. I've got things.
All right. What a great anecdote, Nadine. And joining me once again, a man who canonically on this show has had such an eventful year, it's a wonder he's still alive. He's been stabbed, shot, poisoned, frozen, hung, electrocuted, and burned, yet still he walks. It's Rory Rawson.
Yeah. And now poisoned with black mould.
Yeah.
That'll be the one that gets you.
Sorry, yes. Before the show, we had a very educational discussion about black mold and about extension lead safety.
And me, it's a surprise that me and Rory are still alive.
I know.
No, thank you, Paul. Lovely to be here as always.
Yeah, I suppose we should get on to actually talking about, films and stuff.
If we must.
So it is time to talk about 2024 in film. And yeah, there's been some big releases. As we referred to in the news section last week, it has been the year of the sequel. So we predicted last week, because basically there was a news story that all top 10 top grossing films of 2024 have been sequels. And there was talk that Wicked would actually get into that top 10 list, but it's not quite happened yet, according to IMDb Pro. Obviously it will. But yes, it's Inside Out 2, Deadpool and Wolverine, Despicable Me 4, Dune Part 2, Godzilla X Kong, Kung Fu Panda 4, Venom The Last Dance, Moana 2, Beetlejuice, and Bad Boys Ride or Die is the top 10.
Did any of those make your top 10?
No. No, wait, yes, one.
Good.
I think we can all guess.
I've
Venom.
immediately forgotten everything you just
There we
said.
go. But then even outside of the top 10, number 11 is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Then we've got Wicked. Then we've got Twisters, another sequel. Then we've got Alien Romulus, another sequel. Then it ends with us, original film. And then Gladiator 2. And then The Wild Robot, original film. And then Quiet Place Day 1. Garfield movie, is that a sequel? There's been other Garfield films. So I'll say yes. And then Joker, Folie à Deux. So basically all but 3 of the top 20.
Is that unusual though? Like, have we looked at the top 10s of last year?
It's probably not unusual. I think it is unusual in the sense that they're all specifically sequels and not like reboots or like, reimaginings of general IP. So I don't know. It's probably not that out of the ordinary, but it seems a lot, doesn't it? But anyway, that is 2024. It's brought us many anticipated films. New Mad Max was a new one that wasn't in that top 20. Looking forward to that, I was. And then there was new Rose Glass, Love Lies Bleeding, new Yorgos Lanthimos twice. Would you believe? New Jonathan Glazer, new Clint Eastwood, new Sean Baker, and of course, new Francis Ford Coppola with Megalopolis. So there's been some good stuff.
New Ridley Scott twice.
Yeah, new Ridley Scott
Was it twice?
once, I think.
Napoleon
was last year.
Oh.
You see, this is something we're going to get into on this show.
But it's not on my list.
Lots of films that you think came out this year, they didn't.
Jonathan Glazer.
But lots of films that you
Zone
think...
of Interest was
that
this
was
year.
last year.
This year.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I can.
In
Lots
terms
of
of-
films you think come out last year came out this year, though.
Yeah,
Because
that
Poor
too.
Things came out this year.
Exactly. So we must stress, like, for this discussion, we're going to be discussing films that came out in the UK in 2024, because obviously there's some things that you'll be like, well, no, that's clearly a 2023 film, and it's not. All right, like something like Priscilla, that came out on January the 1st.
Yeah.
So seems like many moons ago.
And The Holdovers, which is a Christmas film.
It didn't come out till January.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So there's going to be some films in here that people might be like, hang on, what are you talking about that for? But trust us.
Yeah, don't trust Letterboxd because
Yeah.
they go by US release.
This is
Yeah.
my problem. I went by Letterboxd.
Right, well, don't do that.
Oh, I did though.
That's why I sent you that link, Rory, of films
sent me
that
a
were
link?
released. Yeah, I put it in the group chat.
Yeah, you know what I did,
that
Rory?
WhatsApp chat, yeah.
I went through my list of films that I've watched this year.
I don't want to see your crinkly list.
It's not crinkly, it's shiny. But yes, every film that came out that said 2023 next to it, I double checked and I typed in UK release date, said film,
Yeah.
and then the internet would tell me. So I put a lot of effort in.
Yeah,
Well,
getting these
I
dates.
skipped that and I just looked at a list that was online.
So there you go. So yes, we're going to be getting into our most disappointing films, our favourite films of the year, and maybe some other categories will come up. But as always, we must stress we are not professional film critics. So,
I mean,
we don't
I'm
get...
not, but I like to think I am.
We identify as professional film critics,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I don't even do that.
no. So yeah, unfortunately, people don't pay us to sit around and watch films.
Not yet.
No, so yeah, we haven't had time to watch all of the films that have come out. So this is merely a discussion based on films that we've seen this year.
I think between us, though, I think we've watched all the films.
Well, according
all
to
the good films.
Yeah, well, according to IMDb, there have been 17,945 films released in 2024.
Well, I
That's
feel
a baffling
How many
figure,
have you
that.
seen, Nadine?
I feel like I could actually tell you if my phone doesn't die. I'm just going to check Letterboxd very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So this year, I've watched
You're not going to
217 films.
Oh,
Is that just this year?
That's just
Films released this year?
No,
Well,
I don't know.
That's different to what you're saying.
No, but that's films I've watched this year.
Yeah, I've watched loads.
yeah, but have you not made a separate list of ones that were released this year, like I have?
I
Because
mean, I can do that for you
I've
on Letterboxd.
Oh, very
right
good.
now.
It's US releases.
Oh, God,
Well, I
yeah,
could-
you stumped me there.
there we go. So I've watched 229 films this year, but new releases wise, I've watched 71 new releases.
Well, considering I go to the cinema with you
Yeah.
nearly every week, I've probably watched not that many less than you.
No, I'll give you that.
I don't even think that was a sentence.
No, grammatically it was all over the place, but I'll let you off. It's Christmas. Rory, do you have a rough estimate how many new releases you think you've seen out of the 17,945 available?
Yeah. 17, how many?
17,945.
Yeah. I've definitely, it's up there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What,
I've
15,000?
I've covered
yeah.
the bases.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went really hard in January and February.
Yeah.
So I reckon I watched about 1,000 during that time. And then since then, I've really taken a nosedive.
Right.
Drips and drabs here and there.
Still pretty impressive.
That is quite
I didn't
impressive.
even realise 1,000 films had been released in January.
Yeah, it was a big month.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it wasn't if there's 17,000. It was a very slow month.
Yeah. Well, proportion. Yeah, no, it's slow. Yeah, in terms of if you do the maths. Yeah.
This is thrilling.
This is thrilling. So yes. So the point is, there's been a lot of films. We haven't seen them all, but we're going to talk about the ones that we liked and didn't like of what we've seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to just talk about the ones I haven't seen.
All right, cool. So, first of all, I thought it would be interesting to have a little look back, because I've been listening back to our 2023 episode to see, how much more full of hope we were and just general enthusiasm for life. But yes, I thought it would be interesting to see what we said that we were looking forward to in the new year, in 2024. So there's some interesting stuff here.
Ooh,
So, okay.
Excited.
So first of all, Rory,
Oh, God.
yeah, you said you were looking forward to Society of the Snow, which at the time of recording, the last episode in 2023, as in the 2023 episode, which we recorded in 2023, hadn't actually come out, but it was released at the end of December.
So I can't use it.
So Society of the Snow doesn't count.
Brilliant.
So Society
That
of the
was
Snow.
great.
Yeah, I know. So Society of the Snow is one of those films that has kind of slid into the cracks, like of the in between. So Michael Mann's Ferrari, I assumed that would be in contention for 2024 films. No, it came out on Boxing Day. So 2023. So it's not in our
Can't count
2023 discussion. It's not going to be in this discussion, except for when I just mentioned it just now. But that's it.
Well, I tried to watch it
Yeah.
and I couldn't get through the accents and the hair. I just couldn't. So I can't talk about it for that reason.
I forgot about the accents. I wonder, imagine how different if Ridley had directed it. Would he just let everyone use
Everyone
them?
would have just,
Yeah.
it would have been so much more
Mind you, House of
bearable.
Gucci, he went all out with the accents in that.
yeah.
Anyway, we digress. So Society of the Snow, Rory, doesn't count.
Cool.
That came out.
That's
And then,
another one
so
off.
you're only actually looking forward to 3 films.
What were the other ones?
The other one, Kung Fu Panda 4.
Oh, yeah,
Have you
man.
seen it?
Did you see it?
Yeah, man.
Was it good?
It was Kung Fu
Skadoosh.
Fantastic.
Kung Fu Fantastic. There you go. You didn't see it, did
I
you?
did see it.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Was it really good?
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, cool.
Great animation.
Yeah,
Aye.
good. And the other one, Rory, was Mickey 17.
Yeah, that's not.
It just didn't
Do you know what,
even come out.
In the really funny thing about this is, and this is a spoiler,
Yeah.
for the film I'm most looking forward to next year.
Is it Mickey 17?
Mickey 17.
Yeah. It's never going to come out,
Can't
Rory.
wait till the 2025 episode.
I'm still-
Yeah. You just keep jinxing it. So yeah.
What was his other film?
Kung Fu
Did you
Panda
say
4, that
three?
was it. Mickey 17, Society of the Snow, Kung Fu Panda. So we got one film that came out in 2023, one film that just didn't come out at all, and Kung Fu Panda
It
4.
really speaks to my irrelevance on this show, doesn't it, Paul?
I don't know. I was looking forward to those films too.
We can't blame him for Mickey
So,
17.
No, we can't blame. Well, I don't know. Can we, Rory?
Well, you know. I have words of Mr. Bong.
Okay.
His name's not Mr. Bong.
That sounded like you were making a Bond joke and mispronounced it.
What, Mr. Bong?
Yeah. Mr.
I've been
Bong.
expecting you, Mr.
Yeah. I've been
You're a year
expecting Mickey
late.
17, Mr. Bong.
What's going on with it? I do wonder what's wrong with that film. I'm intrigued to see it. But anyway, so there you go. That was Rory's predictions, or what he was looking forward to. Nadine, you were looking forward to Ryan Gosling doing I'm Just Ken at the Oscars.
Which he did.
Which, yep, you made that happen. You manifested that. So good call.
Exactly.
Good call, Nadine.
I also called, because I re-listened to the episode as well.
Yeah.
I called Megalopolis because I thought,
We all knew it was coming out.
no, but
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
that it was going to be what it was. And I was right.
Well, yeah, but I think everyone knew.
Called it exactly.
Okay, right. Yes,
But
no,
anyway.
very well predicted, Nadine.
We may discuss
What does
that
your
later.
crystal ball... Can we have a crystal ball segment of this?
Oh,
Yeah.
that'll be the looking forward to
Yeah.
section.
Ooh.
Yeah. What else did I? Did I make any other amazing
yes,
predictions?
You were also... Well, no, just things you were looking forward to. You were also looking forward to Beetlejuice 2.
Wait, why are we sighing?
We'll get to that later, Rory.
This whole thing is just going to be. We're going to get to that later.
Yeah. You were also looking forward to Civil War.
Okay.
Okay. And you were also looking forward to Nosferatu. Now, Nadine, just because you got to see Nosferatu at your bougie London screenings before...
amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. But it's not coming out in this country until the 3rd of January or something.
he's got you on a technicality.
So I'm sorry, it's a 2025 film. Doesn't count. So like Mickey 17, it was a baseless looking forward to.
What's all this for, Paul?
Yeah.
What these little technicalities you got? What's your overall game here, man?
Pedantry.
Can I just say,
Yeah, go on.
technically,
Yeah.
I was right. I was looking forward to watching Nosferatu in 2024, and I watched Nosferatu in 2024.
Okay.
So technically,
All right, quick Brums up.
two.
Two.
How many bums?
Oh, we're doing it out of 5 now.
No, we're
Oh,
not.
5,
Oh, well,
10,
maybe.
15, 20.
No, the system is.
Okay, let's not. Let's get into this
It
later.
lives. It lives.
It lives. Okay, good stuff. So that's what you were looking forward to. Oh, Dune Part 2 you were looking forward to. Did I mention that? Dune.
Yeah.
You said you were looking forward to it.
I was, but then I watched it and I was... Well,
We'll get into that later. Okay, and then I personally was looking forward to Dune. I was also looking forward to Poor Things. Huh. And that was it, ages ago.
Poor Things.
Poor Things. I was also looking forward to Furiosa. I was also looking forward to the new Alien film. And I was also looking forward to Beetlejuice 2. So there you go. So I just thought it was interesting to go back in time to see what we were looking forward to. So there you go.
We're going to be going back in time to the beginning of January, aren't we?
Yes, we are. You are listening to the Brum Picture Show on Brum Radio, and we are talking about all things 2024 in film. So I'm joined, as always, by Nadine and Rory, and it is time because we're curmudgeonly, negative, frankly depressed people. So we're going to start with our biggest disappointments of the year. So yes, disappointments, Rory?
Well, that's film related.
Yeah, film-related
Any
disappointments.
films?
Yeah.
Let's be specific. Any films?
I didn't
that you
like
saw?
challenges.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, I watched that. Didn't like it. I was a tennis player as well. It wasn't accurate.
Well, I think we discussed this when we were talking about the film. That there's very few films that actually depict sport accurately.
Yeah.
But really,
It's much sexier when I play.
you're no Zendaya. I'm sorry.
I don't want to spoil it for you, but they weren't even hitting a ball in that film. They were literally just hitting air, and then they added the ball in post.
I could tell the technique was all over the place.
Well, that's cheating. But yeah, why did that disappoint you? Did it disappoint you as a tennis player, or a Luca Guadagnino fan, or a Zendaya fan? What was wrong with it, Rory?
I felt like everyone really built it up as this like incredibly sort of like intense sexualized thing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that much to me. It was quite lukewarm.
To be
Wow.
It was a
fair,
bit boring.
Wow.
I kind of agree with you in that it was there was a picture of Zendaya
Yeah.
and the two guys in the film, Mike Feist and Josh O'Connor,
Yeah.
that made you think the film was going to go in another direction.
Yeah.
That it didn't go in. So I could see that as being a disappointment.
Yeah.
Threesome. It looked like there was going to be a threesome with Zendaya.
Well, they get close enough.
Well, it didn't
Not
happen.
really.
No, not really.
That is disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be,
Missold.
yeah.
A bill of goods there.
I don't really get the slow motion thing and like the sweat thing and like the music thing. I didn't really
There
get
was a
any
lot of
that.
sweat.
I just, it was-
You didn't like the music.
yeah, I didn't really get it, man.
Best bit.
That was the best bit.
Oof. Well, that is controversial. That is a hot take.
Yeah. I just didn't get it at all. Like, did you think that was an
Really lost
interesting
the-
drama?
Yeah, I've get that.
Like,
Well, I
You were
went.
like, this is like, captivating watching
Yeah.
these boring tennis people
Sweaty,
sweating around.
attractive
Wow.
Like,
people.
so full of them. Yeah, just like,
Yeah.
and you're like, yeah.
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 Yeah, the Challenges soundtrack wound up in my
10 times.
Yeah.
Apple Music Wrapped. But yeah, well, I'll get on to challenges in a different section of the show, the 5 Brums Up section, because I disagree, Rory.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
I feel like I'm in the not exactly in the middle. I enjoyed it,
Yeah.
but I'm not as big a fan of Zendaya as you are, Paul. So,
Okay. And
so I
Trent
didn't
Reznor.
enjoy
It's
it.
not just Zendaya.
I like
it's
the
the
way
Trent-
it's quite not easy
Yeah.
to reduce his eyes. It's just because you find her hot, don't it,
Yeah,
Paul?
Paul's just a perv. There's a fit bird in it, or like it.
Look, man, if it had lived up to that first look image, I might have enjoyed it.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Any other disappointments, Rory, film-wise?
Yeah, I didn't like Blitz.
Oh, yeah, we covered that.
Yeah.
Nadine rebutted you. Was that it?
Literally.
Yeah, those two I thought I was looking forward to. I didn't. Yeah.
That's pretty decent. You've gone a whole year and only 2 films have disappointed
But
you.
he's only seen 5.
He's seen thousands
Thousands.
in January alone. Okay, well, so that's it for your disappointments.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Nadine, what disappointed you this year, film-wise?
So, Megalopolis,
Oh, yeah.
I would have had it in my biggest disappointment list, but I went back and listened to the previous show, as said before, the 2023 episode.
And you weren't really looking
And I
forward
knew
to
it was going to be rubbish.
Yeah, that's
so
something we all knew.
I thought it might be great, though. I think there was a part of me that thought, what if it's
I don't think-
if it's amazing?
I don't think you did. I don't think any part of you did, really.
know.
Honestly, if you were true to yourself, I don't think there was any part of you that thought Megalopolis was going to be a bona fide good film.
So you can't be disappointed if
Well,
you're
that's
already disappointed.
that's the predicament I'm in. But what I will say, I also don't feel like I can put it as my most disappointing film, because I actually laughed quite a lot throughout it. Like, I felt like I was having a good time, not enjoying it. If it was one of those, me and you, I went with Paul, and as Paul said, I lost my damn mind during the in the club, and we got so much mileage out of in the club.
In the club.
So I don't think it can be in the disappointment list, because it was
No.
actually quite fun. But yeah, so not Megalopolis.
Okay, so
I did think Beetlejuice should be on there, because I've been waiting for this sequel for decades now.
yeah.
Beetlejuice 1 is one of my favourite films of all time, and it just didn't live up to that.
No.
But I won't have it as my most disappointing film because I think it did claw something back towards the end.
Yeah.
But it was very disappointing.
Okay, so...
But I think my most disappointing film was...
Is it going to be Gladiator 2?
No.
Oh, okay, go on.
Max Succeed.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think it wasn't... Look, let me just clarify. It wasn't the worst film of the year at all. It was watchable.
Yeah.
But I think coming off, X I thought was good. Didn't love it, but I thought, that's a good slasher, good modern slasher. Pearl, I thought was really good. Martin Scorsese loved it.
He did.
And I thought, by the time we get to the third, we've gone good, we've gone great. This is going to be amazing. And so it built up this anticipation for what are they going to do next? And I love the 80s. The idea of it being like a slasher in the 80s in Hollywood, I was like, this is going to be amazing. I love slashers, you know that. We did a whole episode on them.
We did.
But it just didn't do it for me as a slasher. It didn't do it for me as a kind of 80s nostalgia film. It didn't do it for me as a kind of capping off of the trilogy. It wasn't the worst, but it was just disappointing. So I think that's why it's my most disappointing of the year.
Yeah, I agree with you, unfortunately. But yeah, the bar was too high.
Yeah.
But yes, I would say for my biggest disappointments, I've definitely got more disappointments than actual favourite films. So yeah, there's a few things that don't really count because I didn't have the most massive expectations. But yeah, like one of them, Spaceman, Adam Sandler in space talking to a giant tarantula voiced by Paul Dano. How is that rubbish?
It's got your name written all over it.
I don't remember that film at all.
It was on Netflix, and it's Adam Sandler in space. Paul Dano is a giant tarantula.
Paul Dano's amazing.
I know. Sounds perfect, doesn't it? It was tedious, waste of concept. Didn't like it. Drive Away Dolls was really disappointing because it's just not what I'd hoped.
Any dolls in it?
Weren't any dolls, and they hardly did any driving away from anything. But yeah, it was not by no means terrible, but not what I'd hoped from a Coen.
Yeah.
Abigail disappointed me because Ready or Not was a real favourite film of mine, and I was not ready for how mediocre this film was. It's by the same director. You like that? It was a bit of a joke, wasn't it? Yeah. Again,
I like it when you do jokes.
Thanks. Arcadian. I wasn't anticipating that film that much, but
if this was worst films, Arcadian would probably top mine.
But I did go in there thinking,
I wasn't looking forward to it because I think it was just a film that you'd mentioned that I had no prior.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it in the sense that it was like, Nicolas Cage in another film, and it seems to be a horror film, which I like. I should like this. I didn't. Neither of us did. Horizon, An American Saga Chapter 1, the Kevin Costner Western thing. I was just, again, not terrible, just not as engrossing as I'd hoped. I was all ready to get absorbed by that film and just hang out in the West for 3.5 hours.
You even wore your cowboy hat.
Exactly. And it was a waste of time. and then,
chaps.
Yeah.
And nothing else.
Of course, as we mentioned, Max X16. Again, the bar was too high. Beetlejuice, as Nadine mentioned, because it was rubbish, Rory. Shut up.
Stop hitting him.
Sorry, I love you, Rory. I'm so glad you're here. But yeah, no, Beetlejuice, such a shame because, I thought it was going to be good. I think that was the biggest thing is there was a moment where I was like, this is going to be good. How could you
think it was going to be good?
Because I thought
That's your fault.
I thought the trailer looked pretty decent.
On you. It's on you.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
I didn't think it was going to be good, and it wasn't. Yeah. And that's my point.
That's why you weren't disappointed.
You bloody loved it. But no, I think the lesson from all of this is never expect anything.
Yeah.
Never dream. You'll just be disappointed. But yeah, Paddington in Peru, again, wasn't terrible. In fact, it was really good. It just wasn't Paddington. I'm getting to the end of this, by the way.
Okay.
Alien Romulus, again, I just didn't love it. And I knew I wasn't going to love it because it's not a new Prometheus film. It's not
then it wasn't disappointing.
Yeah, but I had higher hopes.
These are just things you don't like.
Delivered. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But no, I had higher hopes. That's the thing. But I think the biggest disappointment, I've got to say, is Longlegs.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely thought that was going to be my favourite film of the year. Going into that, I love the procedural. I love Nicolas Cage. That's
Love
it.
horror?
Yeah, I love horror. And then
Love legs?
Yeah, I love legs.
You love
I love long legs. But yeah, I was expecting this, Silence of the Lambs level God tier film, and it was shit.
Yeah, it was rubbish.
And I distinctly remember that feeling of disappointment setting in as I was watching it.
Hello, old friend.
Yeah, hello. I was like, oh no, this is rubbish.
Yeah.
That's a shame. As I said at the time, it's a victim of its own marketing.
And you're still wearing your cowboy hat as well.
I'm still wearing my
Take it off.
And the chaps.
a really long boots.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was just such a shame. I was just so ready to adore that film, and I hated it.
I thought about putting that in my disappointment list, but I couldn't remember if I was looking forward to it or not. Do you remember?
I remember looking forward to it. Do I remember if you were looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Well, you came to see it with me, so
Yeah, I think I hoped for better.
yeah. But you
And
weren't
I
like,
was
oh,
disappointed.
Yeah. But I was so ready for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a shame.
I put Anora as my biggest disappointment.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But I wasn't really looking forward to that. So
Right,
I
so
kind
that'd
of
just be worst film.
I just knew I wasn't gonna,
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Fair enough. So yeah, there we go. A year of disappointments. But yeah,
Every year.
Like every year. Like it wasn't just my list of worst stuff, because I would have put The Crow on there otherwise, but I wasn't expecting that to be good. I knew that would be rubbish. And the same with the new Quiet Place film. But so it's not on my list. So it's not all just bad stuff. All right. So yes.
Okay, we believe you.
But yes, the counterpoint to biggest disappointments. We got any pleasant surprises of the year?
Oh, well, here's one that was off your biggest disappointment list.
Go on.
That I found to be a pleasant surprise.
Oh, okay.
So it's all about mindset, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rory?
Got to stay positive, guys.
Yeah. Well, no, you've got to stay negative, and then everything will surprise you or meet your expectations.
Yeah. Just expect everything to be rubbish, because let's face it, it usually is.
Yeah.
That's how you avoid being disappointed.
Best mindset.
Well, it's better. Well, no, because I think it is the best, because otherwise you're just going to be, if you go around thinking everything's going to be great, when's stuff ever great? It's never great. It's always just shit.
That's why Paul's always disappointed, because he's such an optimist. But anyway,
so
I was pleasantly surprised by Alien Romulus. Because as anyone who's listened to the Alien episode that we did together will know that I'm not the biggest fan of the franchise. In fact, I had to binge watch all of the Alien films in the weekend before we recorded that, because I'd only seen 2 of them. So I wasn't expecting that. And what had you done before? Was it Evil Dead or something?
Yeah, which I loved. That was partly why
I didn't like that either.
You didn't like it? Oh, I loved it.
So I was coming from a place of, okay, here's this franchise that I don't love, and this director who did a film that I didn't really like. But I really enjoyed it. It was a slasher in space.
Yeah.
Like the first one. But this time with proper teenagers. And the actors, great actors. Kaylee Spaney, she's great. The other actors whose names I can't remember, they did stuff as well.
Yeah.
I like the action. I like the suspense. I like the colours when it all went red.
Do you like shapes?
The shapes. I like some of the noises. Oh, it was so much fun. No, but it genuinely, I thought it was quite exciting. Yeah, there was a few too many callbacks to the original films. There was one particular line that,
No, in fact, that just knocked a whole star off of me, that bit.
Yeah, but
when he goes, "Get away from her, you bitch," for no reason. There's no context. There's no reason at all why he would say that.
But what I will say is, to me, they were minor quibbles. It's like, all right, it's not 5 stars, but I bloody enjoyed it. So that was a pleasant surprise.
That's good.
Another pleasant surprise, another franchise that we did a whole episode on that I didn't enjoy. I don't know why I'm agreeing to do these episodes of franchises that I don't particularly enjoy. But we did the Mad Max episode.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the Mad Max movies either, but I enjoyed Furiosa.
Yeah, I love them.
I thought it had its moments, I especially enjoyed the beginning. And I don't know, I just liked it. I liked it. It was an epic movie, and I love epic movies.
Have you got it in here to make it epic?
that bit I didn't like.
No, I like that
It's
bit.
like one line in a film that just ruins it, like, get away from her, you bitch. That's that was just for the trailer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But
They left it in the film, so.
Well, yeah.
A lot of things they just put in the trailer and then take it out.
Really?
Like, yeah, like someone sued some Hollywood studio for removing Ana de Armas from their film. I can't remember what film it was.
Because was she in the trailer?
She was in the trailer, and then her role in the actual film was just non-existent. So, so some people
That's
decided to
fair
sue. Yeah, but I think they sued for millions of dollars, which I don't think
if
is
you're
reasonable.
expecting Ana de Armas,
Yeah.
You
that
wasted
would
my
be a
time with this
massive
trailer.
disappointment.
Yeah, very much
It's
so.
funny when people sue other people because they just go straight to millions, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like 100.
Yeah, it's
for
like,
wasting my time. a
Yeah,
little
don't
bit.
cover the cost of the ticket price or anything. I will have $5 million, please. That's how much I was looking forward to seeing Ana de Armas.
But yeah, so I don't even like Fury Road. In fact, the first time I tried to watch it,
I don't like Fury Road
I didn't
either.
get through.
Yeah, we
but
discussed this.
But I rewatched it. I rewatched it for the show,
Yeah.
and I actually had a newfound appreciation for it after watching Furiosa.
Because it's amazing.
I suppose it could be my biggest disappointments in that Charlize Theron wasn't in it, not properly,
Not properly.
and she's the best thing about Fury Road, I think.
Yeah.
So that was a disappointment, but I enjoyed it. But my biggest or my best, most pleasant surprise, that's another really good sentence, isn't it?
Yeah.
Was The First Omen.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it going in. I'd seen the actual First Omen, The Omen. So I'd seen that, so I was aware of the world. But you suggested it, and I thought, oh my God.
What's he taking me to now?
Why does he keep asking me to go see these films?
I was expecting
I hate films.
something on the level of The Exorcism or something, which or Arcadian. Like that's the level of filmmaking
The Last
genius I was
Omen.
expecting.
The First Omen, which is The Last Omen.
Yeah. Well, the previous Omen.
Yeah.
It might not
The
be in
Omen
the
before
last.
the
one.
last
It's the last
Omen.
Omen film.
If there's another Omen, if there's a next Omen,
Omens.
Second Omen.
Oh.
yeah,
Damien's.
even Omen, yeah. But anyway,
Sorry.
my expectations were on the floor.
Yeah.
And boy, were they raised to the ceiling. I really enjoyed that film. In fact, I've watched it twice this year. That's how much I enjoyed it. I had to go back and watch it again. I really think, is it Akasha Stevenson? I think she's got, a bright future ahead of her. I've seen some of brand new Cherry Flavour on Netflix. But I didn't even know she directed it. So I didn't know what I was going into. Really good. Really, really enjoyed it. Looked fantastic. It was proper scary, proper horror.
Very
Loved
good.
it.
Immaculate was better.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
That was disappointing.
No.
But anyway.
Okay. Rory, pleasant surprises for you, Rory?
Yeah, a film that pleasantly surprised. I don't like hype.
No.
Yeah.
I don't like when people really hype things up or when
No.
people go, God, it was shocking.
Yeah.
You're gonna be, you won't even last.
Yeah.
you'll
Well,
be-
yeah, even someone saying
I know
something
what
is
he's gonna
particularly
say.
bad
Yeah.
is a form of hype, isn't
exactly
it?
anything like that. So I had that attitude with The Substance.
Yeah.
Because everyone was going like, "This is going to blow your mind, man. You're never gonna, get through it." And in my head, I'm like, "Oh, I've seen some things.
Yeah.
You don't know me." But then I watched it, and it was really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Any other pleasant surprises?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Wicked. I thought,
Was it?
Was Wicked.
yeah. I mean, have you seen it?
No.
So you can't comment.
I refused.
Wow.
I actively sought not to go.
Do you know what, Paul?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Since I've met you,
Yeah.
I've really been trying to hold space
Yeah.
for what you are, and I'm struggling, man. But I just want to let you know that I am holding space for you.
That's fine. But like on the bus,
no. As in, like,
keeping.
He doesn't even know the memes.
I don't know.
no. Have you
Don't know
not
what
seen
this-
that meme?
I don't know what it. No.
Well, it's
I assume it's really nice what you're saying.
when there's an interview. You must. This is news.
He doesn't know.
You don't know this?
He doesn't.
No, go on. What?
an interviewer asked, what's the lady?
Cynthia Erivo.
Who's that?
The star of Wicked.
Oh, okay, right.
That people were really like, when they listen to Defying Gravity, don't you?
No.
You're going to have to explain a lot to him.
That the people are holding space for the song because it was like quite a sort of a deeply moving thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And holding space is like, it's like when you create a safe space, for someone, so they can really express themselves and talk about their feelings and feel heard.
Oh God!
It's interesting when I actually looked up what it meant, because I realised that's the exact opposite of this show.
What's the opposite of holding space? Letting go of solids.
Oh
yes, that is what that is.
Jesus Christ! Very good.
But yeah, I'm just holding space for you, man.
All right, thanks.
No, Wicked was brilliant.
Yeah?
You should watch it. You should watch it.
I won't.
It was really good.
Okay.
Have you seen it, Nadine?
No, I've been letting go of solids. I will see it. It's on my watch list.
Okay, very good.
I want to be part of the conversation.
Yeah, I won't discuss it. Pleasant surprises for me. The remake of Roadhouse.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I liked
Conor
that. McGregor.
Yeah, I know it's a little bit tainted by Conor McGregor now, but
you're a big fan of his work.
But yeah, but as I've said before, if we start cancelling films because of the people that were in it or involved, there'll be nothing left. Speak No Evil, of course, has got to be in Pleasant Surprises because I spent most of the year bemoaning its existence.
Speaking evil about it.
Yeah, exactly. I spoke a lot of evil about that because, of course.
A lot of evil.
A lot.
You've got eggers on your face.
Yeah, I do. Well, no, I did issue a formal apology because, yes, of course, I was like, why are they making this perfectly good, Danish film? Why are they remaking it? There's no need. And then they did something very different with it and it was excellent. So, yes, don't say I don't admit I'm wrong sometimes. And then, of course, pleasant surprise, biggest pleasant surprise of all has got to be Joker Folie à Deux, because obviously considering how much I loathed the original Joker, it's just amazing how little I disliked the new one. So there you go.
You're in good company because John Walters has come out with his top 10 of 2024 and Joker 2's in it.
Oh.
And he thinks it's great.
Well, there you go.
So there you go.
You are listening to the Brum Picture Show on Brum Radio, and we have been talking about the year in film 2024. So we've just bemoaned our biggest cinematic disappointments of the year and some pleasant surprises. But now it is time to be positive for once and talk about our favourite films of the year. So yeah, I've got to say, I think we said the same thing last year, or I said the same thing last year. I've not been very generous with my 5 Brums Ups. Or 5-star ratings in my little analog list.
I've only got one 5-star rating.
Yeah. So I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've only got 8, but deep.
That's lots.
Yeah, but deep in my heart, most of them don't really deserve 5.
In a different year.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I was just kind of like some of them. I was just obviously.
Are you a half-star guy?
No,
I am. See, this is my thing. I've got a different take on this because I only have one 5-star film from this year, but I rarely give a film a 5-star rating on a first watch. Normally they have to
earn it.
Yeah, they'll start as a 4, then it'll be a 4.5, then it'll work up to 5. But this, I watched it immediately, and it's funny because Rory had badmouthed this a lot. So you'd set the bar really low.
Oh,
okay.
And I cried about 6 times. And to me, I was like, yeah, I don't care about any of the bits that weren't good, according to Rory.
Yeah.
5 stars.
Blitz.
I felt I'd lived through the Blitz. Now, to be fair, I did see it at a We Are Parable screening.
Yeah.
And there was a man playing a saxophone and they gave us free popcorn. So that might have swayed me.
The sax would...
Bribery.
Yeah, the sax is not a part of the film.
You really brought it to life. Well, I think it set me
loved
off.
the saxophone bit of the film. That was the continuous saxophone playing was my favourite part of Blitz.
I loved the envelope of cash.
No, but I am a Steve McQueen fan and I sat right at the front because I like to sit at the front. I felt like I was in the movie. I felt really... My biggest gripe is boredom. I wasn't bored. I was always engaged in the film, whether it was emotional. And I loved the depiction of working class people as real 3-dimensional people.
What about the Stephen Graham bit?
I love Stephen Graham.
When he's like...
I love Stephen... I was just like, yeah,
that was like
Stephen
1D.
Graham.
That was half a D.
And I love Dickens. It's very Dickensian. I thought it was... Yeah. I even loved the Harris Dickinson romance that went nowhere. I've been defending that online. I loved all of it.
Yeah, it was rubbish.
But
film.
I wouldn't say it was my favourite film.
Well, hang on, but you just said that's the only film you've given 5 stars.
Yeah.
But it's not your favourite film.
Yeah, it's the best film, but not my favourite film.
Okay, so your own star rating system aspires to some level of objectivity.
Yeah.
All right, okay. That's interesting.
I also really enjoyed Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
I went to see that twice at the cinema.
Yeah.
Was it as good as Gladiator 1? No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Was Paul Mescal completely flat and monotone throughout the whole thing? Kind of undoing all the great, amazing work he's done in indies and television.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was very little emotional art with him, but we were back in ancient Rome.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was Ridley Scott. Denzel was fantastic. Everybody else was fantastic. I loved it. It did things I wasn't expecting it to do. It wasn't the best film, but I had a good time watching it. But I'm going to put my favourite film, and I'm emphasising the word favourite, as Priscilla.
Okay.
Because I've watched that 3 times this year.
Ooh.
And I might even watch it a 4th before the year's through.
Yeah.
I didn't give it 5 stars because I do think the ending could have been better. It felt a bit like it plateaued at the end.
Well, it just stopped.
But I just love, it just stopped. It didn't feel like it came to a climax like a film should.
Okay.
It just felt like, the film just stopped. But...
Yeah. But it was a moment of triumph. Carry on.
It needed a bit more
All right.
for me. But I will probably get it to 5 eventually because I've watched it so many times.
Your rating system baffles me.
That doesn't make sense.
Your favourite film of the year, you've not given 5 stars, but you've given a film that...
It's my favourite because I've watched it 3 times.
Yeah, but
it can't...
So it's 5 stars to you then?
The idea
the
of a
star
system
rating.
based on the amount of times you watched it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because I've got to admit, because, the problem is the first time I'm watching something, I'm being like you were with Blitz, and I'm like picking little technical things that aren't, like Blue Velvet. I watched that for the first time and I'm like, that robin is stupid. It doesn't look like a real robin.
Yeah.
I can't give a film 5 stars that has a stupid fake robin in it and the rest of the film is serious. But then after watching it multiple times, I'm like, I obviously love this movie. I've watched it multiple times. I'm just going to look over the fact that it has that weird fake robin in it.
Okay. Anything else to say, Nadine?
I love Priscilla. It was great.
You love Priscilla. Very good, but not 5 stars. Good. Okay. That makes sense.
Nearly.
All right. Rory.
Yo.
So what has delighted you this year, Rory?
Okay.
Film-wise.
So a few I put down. It's interesting you mentioned Zone of Interest. I can add that to one of mine.
Yeah.
I didn't really enjoy it.
No, that would be wrong.
I was disturbed. But I came out in a positive way. It was very powerful, very interesting.
Yeah.
Sort of,
Is it 5 Brums up?
That was 5
Brums
Brums.
up.
Well, it's 4 Brums up because I've got 2 Brums. Can I borrow 2 Brums?
Yeah, sure.
I've got 2. Do you want 6 Brums? Is that too many?
Yeah, 6 Brums.
This is madness.
6 out of 6 Brums.
Yeah, go on.
For that, I really liked Civil War.
Yeah.
I had to because I watched it in the I was in the cinema as you said, it was an immersive experience. It was really brilliant.
It was loud, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I don't think I would have enjoyed the film if it was just on Netflix or some rubbish.
No.
Really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Not my favourite though. June 2 again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dusty. Very dusty.
Yeah. I think it was sand more than dust.
I know it's my eye. I had dust in my eye.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. Yes.
Sure, it wasn't spice. Were they glowing
that's
blue
true.
at the time?
Yeah.
Very glittery
But I watched
dust.
one after the other as well. And it was in the Lake District and it was very cold and wintry, so it was nice.
Nice.
I thought you were going to say that didn't work for it, but it helped.
It helped me feel cosy inside. Wicked, which I know you don't like musicals.
Oh, you giving that 5 stars?
Not 5. No, these aren't 5 stars.
These are his favourite.
I'd say
See, it's different.
Zone of Interest was a 5-star. The others were 4.
Okay.
See, 5 stars is what we give films what we think we should
Yeah.
But I gave Zone of Interest 3 stars because I acknowledged that it was a great film, but I didn't enjoy it at all. So it kind of evened out to 3.
Yeah, but I can separate those two things.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Schindler's List going, 2.5. Didn't make me laugh.
No, but as we said, I really enjoyed
I mark
Schindler's List.
things on quality, like a judge. Like you have to be impartial.
Yeah.
Okay,
But was it my favourite? Yes. My favourite film was Kinds of Kindness.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a 5 out of 5 for me.
Oh,
Wow.
I found that disappointing.
I just found it amazing. Like
I would not
just thought it was so.
expect that from you.
The first story
That does surprise me too.
the
It's a bit clever for him, isn't it?
Yeah. Was it,
Did you misunderstand it, perhaps? Was that... no, that be me?
Yeah.
Paul's recruiting me to bully Paul.
He looked genuinely hurt. I'm
but
sorry.
it was
Rory.
3, wasn't it? It was 3 short stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they all had a theme, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they all were trying to say something other than what they were like actually saying.
Yeah, subtext.
Subtext, was that what that subtext?
Yeah.
And they had
You're a
characters,
writer,
and they had
aren't you?
people like
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
acting, didn't they? And there was music. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
liked
there were
it.
sounds
There's
and there were shapes.
some dogs in it as well. Some
Yeah.
dogs.
That was 5
And I was actually
stars.
reading a picture book at the time and had like little crinkly bits in it, so that was fun. It was also, again, I think part of it was the experience because I watched it in Germany in the cinema in Nuremberg, and it was
that's
about, and it was like something like an 8-seater
Yeah, right.
theatre, and you kind of develop a relationship with like the other 7 people in that when you're
Especially
watching
in
it.
Germany.
Yeah, exactly. So we kind of got through it together.
Well, I
Wow.
watched it with Paul, which is probably why it brought my rating down a bit because if it depends on the people that you watch it with.
Would you prefer to watch it with 7 Germans?
I think so. I think that would add something,
Yeah.
some element of surreality.
Most people, if they're given a choice between me and 7 Germans, they go for the latter.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Kinds of Kindness.
Yeah,
So above Poor Things.
Oh, way above Poor Things. I thought Poor Things was stupid.
Wow.
I just thought it was ridiculous.
Wow.
Whole thing.
It wasn't saying
Interesting.
anything. I came away with
Saying loads of stuff.
no, I don't think it
And
was.
then contradicting the stuff that it just said with other stuff.
Okay, that's interesting. That is.
Yeah, but
Well, there you go. So you've gone for the highbrow.
I love the
Yorgos.
lobster, and that, I thought it was really good.
Oh, cool. Well, very good. So there we go. So that's Rory's favourites. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Very good. Interesting. Well, you have shocked us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a brain.
Rory, you know you're the cleverest of us all.
Yeah, I do.
It's true. Well, Nadine doesn't agree, but
I wasn't even.
I agree.
I wasn't even paying attention to what you were just saying. That's how clever I am.
wow, okay.
I was singing. If
Okay.
I only had a brain in my head.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Right, moving on. So my 5-star film / 5 Brums Up films of the year. This is going to be interesting. Challenges. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it to love it that much. I mean, I like tennis and Zendaya and all that. But yeah,
Can't like tennis that much.
it's good.
I like sweat.
I like it. Whoa there. But yeah, honestly, the score made it for me. I think it just elevates it to stone cold classic level for me. I've been pumping out that soundtrack all year. Other things that I gave 5 stars to: Dune Part 2, obviously. Civil War.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. It's brilliant. Actually, I did change my mind. I gave it 4 stars the first time I saw it and then 5 stars. So I did
you go.
actually do an Nadine on that one.
That's what we're calling it now.
Yeah, Civil War. Maybe I'm being a bit generous with my Brums here, but that's what I gave it when I came out the cinema. One of the best films about photography I've ever seen. And it seems increasingly relevant, doesn't it? Even though it's actually quite an apolitical film when you think about it. Other 5-star things for me, Love Lies Bleeding. I really liked that. That's, of course, the new Rose Glass film. It wasn't Saint Maud, but I admired it for taking a completely different tonal approach. And I just thought it was pretty bonkers. I wasn't expecting to go to the places that it went to. So I gave that 5 Brums Up / stars. Furiosa for me was 5 stars for me. And then Kinds of Kindness, also a 5-star film for me.
Really? Am I the only one who didn't like it?
Yeah, I think so. Strange Darling was a 5-star film for me. Again, I think I rated that so highly because of how much it surprised me, because I was expecting one type of thing. And then I was like, whoa, what's going to happen next? But then I will say, I'm sorry, but I think my favourite film of the year was Poor Things. So yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, it's a 2024 release, even though it seems like ages ago. But yeah, I don't know what that says about this year that my favourite film of 2024 came out like a year ago. January 12th or January 6th.
Good start to the year.
Good start to the year. And yeah, nothing really beat that for me. It seems like it's just my kind of film. And all I'll say is God bless Mark Ruffalo.
Oh.
There we go. Thank you. So there we go. So yeah, it's only like 8 films. Not even a top 10 of 5-star films for me. Honourable mentions, Priscilla, Immaculate, Last Stop in Yuma Country, that was good. Speak No Evil, of course. The Substance. Megalopolis, I'm putting up there as a film I recommend to people. Oddity, that was great. Horror film about an oddity. Gladiator 2. Conclave, good. Kneecap, which I watched for the first time the other day. And Woman of the Hour. So I stress, those are the only new releases this year that I've actually given 4 stars to in my list. So I've just said all the films that I, properly liked. So there you go. Honourable mentions for you then, Nadine.
Yeah, I really enjoyed I Saw the TV Glow.
Oh, yeah.
That was a weird response. No, it was vibes. I like a vibey film. I'm not big on plot. I like characters, I like vibes, I like neon. It had all of those things. It had colours, it had shapes, there were sounds, there were songs that just went on and on and on, which I quite enjoyed, which I thought was interesting. It had this weird tension. Enjoyed it. Kneecap. Started learning Irish. I can say cup and tea now. That's fantastic. Challenges I really enjoyed. Great soundtrack. Not 5 stars, but I think worth mentioning. A fun film. I thought it was fun. Bit trashy, but like glassy trash. Colour Purple I enjoyed. Firebrand, which I think's been slept on.
Oh yeah, that's the Henry VIII thing, right?
Yeah. What I really like, I thought Jude Law's performance in that was chilling. And probably one of the most realistic portrayals of Henry VIII, I think, even though they did change a bit of the history, but I enjoyed that. I love a good costume drama. And The Substance was great as well. I enjoyed The Substance. So.
Very good.
Great soundtrack to that as well.
Lovely. Rory?
Yeah, Gladiator 2.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really, really liked. I don't know if The Fall Guy.
Oh, right. You like that?
Yeah, I thought it was funny, yeah. I thought it was
2 stars.
good old-fashioned comedy. Didn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah, but it wasn't funny, though, was it?
I thought it was.
I didn't.
Yeah, it was good.
And I love Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Literally.
I do.
He's in love with him.
Yeah. Yeah, other than that, other than the ones I mentioned.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well,
Not a very exciting year.
In your year.
Oh, dear.
Dishonourable year.
Dishonourable year. Well, there we go. Well, thanks for that, Rory. So there you go. So that is our roundup of the films that we liked and didn't like in the year 2024. You are listening to the Brum Picture Show on Brum Radio, and we have been talking about 2024 in films. So we've discussed our highs, our lows, mediums.
Yeah.
We've discussed many things.
I think it's been a great year. I actually think it was a better year than last year.
Do you actually, though?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
I do.
Right.
I do.
Cool.
But anyway, it was the year of horror for me. I know you called it the year of the sequel.
There was a lot of horror.
But there was a lot of horror all throughout the year. Late Night with the Devil.
Yes,
things like that came out this year.
Loads of stuff.
Loads. So that I like that. But I think it was a year of pleasant surprises for me. I think there was more room in your multiplexes. There were less of the big movies, even though we've had quite a few hits. And so there were things that I might not have seen otherwise that were padding out the schedules. And
well, yes, because there was a lot of stuff. Obviously, there was all those strikes and whatnot in 2023. So a lot of 2024 was just kind of let's put this small film that wouldn't normally get in there
let's put
into an
Star
actual
Wars
cinema
on again, or the Spider. If I could choose old films, I'd be saying the Spider-Man films because they came back out.
Yeah, it was a good year for anniversaries. Obviously, 25 years on from 1999.
Exactly,
So
amazing anniversary year.
So yes,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Rory, how did 2024 compare to 2023 film-wise for
I
you?
can't even remember 2023 to be honest.
Well, you should have re-listened to the episode, shouldn't you?
Barbenheimer.
Yeah, remember that?
Oh yeah, that was good.
Remember?
Yeah, nothing was as good as that.
Glickid.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
We're still trying to make Glickid happen.
Glickid.
I think it happened. Like
It's
people are
still.
saying Glickid, it's a
Glickid.
thing. So anyway, so now it's time to look forward. There's going to be another year that's going to happen, 2025. It's scheduled to occur. For all we know, it will. So, and I think they're going to release some films during that year. So what are we looking forward to? Rory?
Mickey 17.
Mickey 17, yes, there we go.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully this is the year
17
that it will
Mickey
actually get
25.
released.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, Mickey 17 again. Anything else, Rory?
Yeah, Wicked Part 2.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Of course that's happening, isn't
That's
it?
happening.
Yeah.
28 years later.
Yes, very much looking forward to that.
And I don't know if it's coming out like next year, but the Springsteen bioepic.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah.
Bioepic.
Bioepic.
Biopic.
Who's in that?
It's what's his? It's the guy from The Bear.
Oh, that guy. I know who you mean. But I don't remember
It's a
his
television
name.
show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or the guy from
Iron Claw.
Iron Claw.
Oh, okay.
Blonde guy.
Not Zac Efron.
Iron Claw did not come up in our discussion.
One
this
of the
year.
ones that died.
Oh, that narrows it down. Yeah.
One of the ones with no legs.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
So you're looking forward to Mickey 17 again
Yeah.
and Bruce Springsteen.
Mickey 17
Wicked.
again. Is that
Oh, yeah, the Zac Efron.
No, I'd look forward to that.
Yeah,
Also Wicked Part 2 and 28 years later.
Oh, those two as well. Yeah,
so it's 4.
there we go.
Looking forward
So
to
we'll put
four
that on the
things.
list next year.
Yeah.
There you go. Four things.
Four
That's
things.
good. Anything you're not looking forward to, Rory, next year?
I don't.
You can't.
How can I answer
Yeah.
that? I don't know what.
Well, there must be something that
More
you know's
sequels.
coming out that I'm like, no, I don't want to see that.
Like what?
Like the Minecraft movie?
I don't. Oh, I've seen. Yeah, I don't want to. Obviously, I'm not going to.
Yeah, but you're not looking forward to it then.
Yeah.
But I'm not even going to
We
see it.
haven't
I think the
listed
thing
that.
is, I don't watch films that I'm not looking forward to.
Well, no, yeah. What I guess, yeah. What films will you actively avoid next year
I
that
think
you've
you
been
said
exposed? Okay,
The
all right.
Minecraft movie.
That's very good. Nadine, what are you looking forward to next year?
I've been hearing good things about this film called Nosferatu.
Oh yeah,
Don't know if you've heard of it.
no,
No, it's brilliant.
yeah,
It's very dark. It's very heavy, which you'd expect from a Robert Eggers film. It's beautifully crafted. I'm not 100% sure about how I feel about the end. And even Roberts acknowledged there'll be something in the look of the Nosferatu that people are not going to like.
Oh, okay.
But he feels it's historically accurate. So that's something.
Oh, that's got me.
Is it a bit like the sort of Sonic the Hedgehog when they made him look like a twink?
A bit like it. But it's a brilliant film. It's beautiful. And Lily Rose Depp, wow, phenomenal.
Okay, cool.
So I'm looking forward to that again.
Yeah, you're looking forward to a film you've already seen.
Yeah, I am looking forward to it because then I can watch it with you guys.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I'm looking forward to The Brutalist
Yes, yeah,
because I love an epic
yeah,
and I think it looks great.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to Nickel Boys, but I'm going to be watching that at a preview, another We Are Parable screening this week.
Oh.
So I don't know if I can include that, but it will be out next year. But that's IndieWire's Film of the Year.
Okay,
This is a funny one.
yeah.
Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh yeah, I never
was
saw a Mortal
looking at-
Kombat 1.
I was looking at films that are out next year, and I saw Mortal Kombat 2, and I saw that Carl Urban's going to be in it. And I love Carl Urban from his Xena and Hercules days. And I remembered that I really quite enjoyed Mortal Kombat. And so I'm looking forward to that. Tron Ares,
Yeah.
Although it's not the same director, but I really enjoyed not the first Tron, but the reboot Tron.
I don't care because it's got scored by 9 Inch Nails, so I don't care who it's directed by. And yes, 9 Inch Nails, not Trent and Atticus.
Yeah, and it's got red lights in it, not just blue ones.
Yeah.
Frankenstein and The Bride. So we've got 2 Frankenstein films to look forward to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one by Guillermo del Toro.
Ah, see.
And one by Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Ah.
So I think companion pieces, perhaps, the male and female perspectives. So that'd be interesting.
Lovely.
I'm also looking forward to Wicked 17, Wicked Part 2.
Yep.
And we're going to have another Yorgos Lanthimos and Emma Stone film, Buganya.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I'm looking forward to.
I am.
But it's a film that is going to exist.
It's going to exist.
In 2025. So I'll watch it.
Nice. Anything you're not looking forward to?
Well, I don't. Probably some of them when I watch them.
Right, cool. This question doesn't work, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Very well.
We just didn't prep for it. You didn't.
I thought I'd throw you a curveball.
Can't improvise.
Yes.
We've established this.
No.
At the top of the show.
But yes, I agree. I agree with you guys on a lot of those. So yeah, 28 years later, looking forward to Mickey 17, Nosferatu, Tron Ares, blah, 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 blah. Also, very much looking forward to the new Mission Impossible. The last Mission Impossible, perhaps, although Tom Cruise has been reluctant to say this, but I think the studio have been like, oh, Dead Reckoning Part 1 didn't do very well, so let's try and get people to come by saying it's the final reckoning. So it's not Dead Reckoning Part 2 anymore. Now it's the final reckoning. So they really want people to come see it.
Doing well.
Yeah, well, yes. But yes.
Final reckoning.
And again, the thing people forget about that Mission Impossible film is it only lost so much money because Tom Cruise paid everyone through COVID and strikes.
Yeah, and shouted
at everyone, but rightfully so, not in a Christian Bale way. Other things, there's going to be a new Final Destination. Looking forward to that one. Ballerina, the John Wick spin-off with Ana de Armas. Of course, I'm looking forward to that. Edgar Wright's remake of The Running Man. Very intrigued.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, very intrigued to see. I don't know if Martin Scorsese is actually going to manage to get a film made this year, unfortunately. There's lots he was planning to next year.
Well, I'm looking forward to the 3 films that Ridley Scott bangs out.
Yeah.
With Paul Mescal.
Come on, Marty. Get your act together.
Fantastic.
Will I? Also looking forward to the Robbie Williams monkey film, which is coming out soon. Yeah, Better Man.
It's going to be
bananas. There's going to be new Steven Soderbergh, Black Bag. Don't know what that is, but love me a bit of Steven Soderbergh.
Well, there's going to be new PTA.
I was just about to mention that, yes. It is untitled. There's going to be an untitled Paul Thomas Anderson film. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio in it. So I'm excited about that. There's also going to be a Gareth Edwards Jurassic Park film.
Oh,
My Doppelganger.
Tom Hardy in it? Or is that a different film?
Scarlett Johansson's in it, I think.
Oh, well, he's doing something with Tom Hardy, I think, as well.
I'd like to see Tom Hardy with some dinosaurs. So yeah, there you go. There's loads of stuff. Zootopia 2. I'm looking forward to that as well. And then films I'm not looking forward to. Avatar 3, Fire and Ash, or whatever it's called. The new Snow White looks horrible. Minecraft, as we mentioned. And this is a film that I don't know if I'm looking forward to or not. And that is the remake of Naked Gun with Liam Neeson. That one could go either way, I think. It doesn't scream.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense, but gotta go see it
anyway.
Gotta go see it. So yeah, there we go. Who knows what 2025 will bring? So there you go. That's it. Thank you guys for joining me in this retrospective of the year. I love you guys. It's been such a year.
It's been a ride.
30 episodes of the Brum Picture Show.
It's been a year that exists.
A year that exists. But yeah, that's it for this week. But we've just got time for Nadine's roundup of local events.
On the 14th of December, we're going to be showing Carol at the Heath Bookshop. That's Screen B14. Also on the 14th, Friendly Neighbourhood Cinema will be showing In Bruges at St Thomas's Church. There will be a mystery Christmas movie from Journey Film Club at the Birmingham LGBT Centre on the 17th of December. Whatever Pays the Rent will be showing Tokyo Godfathers at the Hare and Hounds on the 18th. And they'll also be showing Nightmare Before Christmas, which I love, on the 29th. And When Harry Met Sally, all at the Hare and Hounds. So sounds like a good night.
Very festive.
Very Christmassy.
Marvellous. Well, there we go. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That is it.
For another year.
We did it.
Yeah.
This is the end.
This is the end of 2024. Good riddance to you, 2024.
No, it was good.
I mean, you were okay, 2024.
You were a mixed bag.
Let's
Yeah,
hope
that's
2025 is less of a mixed bag.
Yeah.
There we
So
go.
it's a full bag.
But yes, thank you very much for that, Nadine. That's it. That's all we've got time for this week. Do be sure to join us next time. But in the meantime, it's goodbye from me, Paul.
Goodbye from me, Nadine.
And goodbye from me, Rory.
Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Bye. Right, I just want to read a bit of the script of the substance.
Okay.
That's it.
Why?
Because it's mad.
Where am I putting this in?
Just as a sting or something. I don't know.
Sting.
Well, I wanted to
I'm
rebut.
sure you understand how I'm reading.
Listen,
All right, go on.
I wanted to rebut when Rory said he loved the substance and he loved the script. So I wanted to mention this
Okay.
after that, but I didn't have it.
All right, so start by saying, well, it's funny you should say that, Rory, about the substance script.
Yeah, it's funny you should say that
Why?
about the substance script. Because
No, start again. Go on.
it's funny you should say that about the substance script.
Why?
Being great. Well, because I was on Twitter and somebody's actually posted one of the pages of the script. I thought I'll just read a bit of it.
I saw that as well, actually, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Well, you need to make sure you're performing it well, though.
Gosh. Right. So she sticks her 2 fingers into her belly button to try and grab. Sticking her fingers further in, she spreads apart the sides of her belly button in order to dig deeper to try and grip the end of whatever it is. She grabs the end and starts to pull it out, discovering little by little an oblong shape that she slowly extricates. It's and this is all capitals and really big, roasted chicken drumstick, dripping with grease that she slowly extracts from her belly button with an icky, slimy sound, slurpoo, exclamation, 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 exclamation. And her belly button closes back up like an anus with a suction noise, exclamation, exclamation.
Oh, that's really good.
Exclamation.
I enjoyed that.
I think that might get a nom at the Oscars, but I do. I think she'll get a nom for Best Script. That's an actual prediction.
It's very nicely formatted.
Yeah. You've got to, guys.
The font changes size
I
and
know,
everything.
you've got to Google it because you've got to see it on the page.
What was that thing about an anus?
It's the suction noise.
It closes like an anus.
Yeah, the noise like slurpoo.
I feel like that's how we should end our show.
Goodbye.
You have been listening to The Brum Picture Show, a Screen B14 production for Brum Radio. Tune in next time for more film fun, and don't forget to email us at pictureshow@brumradio.com. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Thank you for your extension lead gathering.
You're welcome.
That was all. That's all that shuffling was.
Yes, that's what I was doing. I was being helpful.
Yeah,
That's nice.
that's what that was.
For once.
I didn't say it, but you just
Never said you did.
just like
Right, I mean, I can't vouch for the
I'm sure it'll be
function.
fine.
If your laptop explodes, it's on you.
It's got
Well, don't say that.
that off-white shade of
Yeah.
extension. Yeah, cable.
My washing machine's plugged into an extension at the moment because the plug socket's gone. That's what was. I thought I had a new washing machine last year because the last one went. Now I'm wondering if it was the socket all along.
Right.
And it went in the middle of a wash. I had all my work clothes and socks and underwear in there, and they're all just.
Oh, I
wet.
saw you up. Yeah.
But it was the socket. It wasn't the machine.
Not the plug, the actual socket.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You can't have a washing machine in an extension lead, though.
Why?
Because it will f***ing melt. It's too much. You can't draw that much power through a washing machine. Like, you can't...
Not that kind of extension lead.
Well, any kind of
It's a more powerful one.
Yeah. No,
Well, I've done it about 5 times.
Is that
That's
bad?
not
Waiting, 'cause
recommended.
they-
Not recommended.
Okay.
Like genuinely, you could burn your house down.
Glad you said that because I would have been like, that's a smart move.
No, you know what it is?
Yeah.
Because they were going to charge me 70 quid to fix it, and my house will do it for free.
Right.
But the only day they could give me the housing to fix it this year was today. And I was like, well, I'm going to London and then I'm presenting a radio show. I can do any other day.
Sounds so bougie.
I don't know if I said that. They were like, why are you living in a house?
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm going to London and then I'm presenting a radio show.
Yeah.
Where's my money?
Where's my fee? But anyway, so it's New Year.
Well, that's a good one. Like a good New Year's resolution. That's easy to tick off.
Yeah.
Sort out my washing machine.
Yeah.
Finally got rid of the black mould on the windows.
Oh, well, that's good.
I've got loads of black mould.
Oh, good.
Black
It's
mould.
fashionable.
I don't really know. Yeah, I think so.
You can get some spray for it.
Yeah.
Dettol spray. It's recommended because it might kill you.
Everyone says that. I don't think that's true.
Killed Brittany Murphy.
Who's Brittany
And her
Murphy?
boyfriend.
Who's Brittany Murphy?
Brittany Murphy, the actress. Yeah, what else has she been in?
8 Mile.
8 Mile.
What? And because of mould?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
How?
her partner died, inhaling it and dying.
We're learning so much today.
Yeah.
I should
Thank goodness
now
we're
I'm,
recording.
Now I'm scared.
Yeah, you should be.
When I
Yeah.
remove it, should I wear like a mask and stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
Basically, you just get a spray. This Dettol spray.
I'm not following your health and safety.
No, I'm going to
Yeah.
put some gloves on.
Okay.
You don't have to put like one of those. You
Right,
can cover
COVID
your face,
masks.
but to be honest, it's more. What happens is if you're doing windows and stuff, sometimes it splashes
Yeah.
back on your face.
Oh, okay.
But it's fine. But just whatever cloths you use, just throw them away.
Is there something that is like looks like black mold that isn't that?
green mould?
Yeah, most black mold is black mold. I'd say. And it's probably, even if it isn't black mold, still probably not something good.
I need to get that sorted out.
Yeah.
That's where I will do it. I mean, I lived with my black mould for months. And I was
And look how Nadine
But
comes out.
it wasn't like, it was just a bit on the windows, you know what I mean? It wasn't like whole walls of black mould.
Rory looks genuinely
Yeah.
worried. Like
I'm gonna have to do that when I sort
like
that
he's
out.
just like, oh, I'm gonna die.
My washing machine.
When you talking about Brittany
Well,
Murphy
you really
and
should be
boyfriend.
worried about that. I'm amazed you've put it on 5 times. It's not melted.
I think you've done it enough now where it's not going to happen.
Yeah. I think
Really
you're
shouldn't.
black mould.
I don't know, but like, you know, if you can't plug a little space heater into an extension lead, then a fucking washing machine.
What are you talking about? You can't plug a heater.
You can, no, it will melt. Literally, it will melt.
I've literally done that so many times.
Just
Well, it
Like,
happened the other day at the brewery. Like, we had this little heater above the door, the air curtain or whatever, and then he got a new TV and was just like, oh, I have to plug in it. And I was like, surely that's not a good idea, putting it into an extension. And then sure enough, it fucking melted.
Not even one of those that has the windy.
No, that's even worse. Like, because the windy things, you got to have that uncoiled as much as possible.
I haven't done that.
Okay, because when they're kept wound up, and if you're drawing that much power for it, then it will fucking melt. Like,
I just
Have you got the washing on at the moment?
you know, oh my god.
No.
Oh dear.
The next episode of the show
Yeah.
be like, unfortunately, Nathan and Rory joined.
What? They're both
They're
deceased.
dead. Despite my advice. Oh dear.
I'm fucking so scared of black mold now.
You were the one giving us like sensible.
I know.
I'm so fucking scared of black mold now. That's like my biggest fear now.
Yeah.
And it's in my house.
Exactly.
My flat. It's the biggest fear. It's in my flat.
Well, anyway.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to this Brum Radio podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and rate us on your podcast app.